Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna talk about Deno. There are a lot of videos on YouTube already talking about Deno, but today I'll try to address some of the questions that were there in the comment section of those videos, and also I'll give my first impressions. So let's get started. So the first question that I see floating is it a Node.js killer? Will Deno kill Node.js? It's very early to say that, and Node.js has been around for 12 years now, and Deno has come out maybe a month ago. I don't think it's gonna kill Node.js anytime soon. It will take a couple of years for Deno to mature. Then we'll probably see businesses using Deno. It's very early to say anything about it being a Node.js killer. And the other question that I see a lot is, I started learning Node.js and, Deno came out. So what should I learn, Deno or Node.js? The answer to that is pretty subjective, to be honest. Deno is great. It's secure Node.js, but at the same time, it is new. It's gonna go through a couple of cycles. There are gonna be updates which would break things in Deno. So if you have started learning Node, I would suggest you continue learning with Node because Node is not going anywhere. Deno will catch up with Node, hopefully, in the upcoming years. But if you have just started learning Node, continue doing it. If you're interested in Deno, then sure, go ahead, give it a try. But you're thinking it from a perspective of getting a job, then yeah, Node.js is something that you would invest your time in. So yeah, those are the two questions that I see a lot of people asking. So now let's just talk about what is Deno. So Deno isn't a framework, isn't a library. It's basically a runtime for running your JavaScript and TypeScript codes. So what does that really mean is Deno is a place where your JavaScript code runs. One selling point of Deno, or I would say USP, is it's secure by default. So in Node.js, if you make a file system call or you make a network call, it doesn't require any permissions to be given. It just does it out of the box. And if you're running some Node packages, some of them might run some malicious code, and that could lead to something very bad. I think security, when you think about it, Node lacks in that. In Deno, whether a script is trying to access your network or your file system, because if you try to run it without those permissions, the script would fail. The other thing that I liked about Deno is it has a TypeScript support out of the box. I started learning TypeScript, so expect videos of TypeScript coming up really soon. The other thing that I really I'm looking forward to is you can ship your code as a single executable file. Deno is a great alternative to writing scripts. You can basically have a script which would do a certain job. Say, for example, scrape a website and dump all that data into a particular database. You can convert it into an executable and basically run it across any OS without any problem. So that is really cool. The other thing that I really like is the import system. So if you know Go, they kind of try to do the same thing. They try to import packages using URLs rather than file paths. So you get rid of all those package.json and as well as node modules, which kind of grow over time, and you basically don't uninstall packages that you don't use anymore, and the package size of your app increases over time. So no more of that. You basically remove one URL and that dependency is gone from your package. So these are basically the good points of Deno that I've found. Now I haven't spent a lot of time developing apps in Deno. If you want to see me develop apps or do something specific with Deno, do let me know in the comment section below and I'll make that happen. Now let's just talk about some cons about Deno. So these aren't really cons, but these are some points that I would like to bring into light. So the first thing is there is no incentive of actually moving from Node.js to Deno. I know it is secure, but generally you run your Node.js apps in a secure environment in a server already. So I still don't see a use case where you would go for Deno and not Node.js. If you find any use case, do let me know in the comments below. The other thing is you cannot use or you cannot port your Node.js code directly to Deno, because even if Deno uses V8 and Node.js also uses V8, there are some differences between those two, right? And one of the major differences is the packaging or the packages that you can use in Deno. So the So you can only use packages which have the ES6 export syntax. You cannot require a module in Deno like you would in Node.js. So you kind of have a subset of your npm which would run on Deno. But there is also something similar to npm which is called pk.dev for Deno. Those are probably two things that I feel that are disadvantages to Deno, but over time these would, I think, be marginalized. I really hope that the enthusiasm with which Deno has been launched continues, and there is enough enthusiasm in developers and the community as well, so that we get more packages in Deno and we actually have a good alternative to Node.js. Having competition is always great. So yeah, those are my 2 cents on Deno. I really hope you found this video helpful. Thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next one.